Hey everyone, today I'm here sharing my favorite space in the house, the place I come to relax every morning and apply my makeup. It's also the place I sit sometimes when I write lists, so it's kind of like a makeup desk where I also keep my important things, some storage. So today I wanted to show you the space and just give you a little tour of some sorts. I've already done a makeup collection previously when my collection was a little smaller and a little different, and I will go over the drawer, but I'm not going to do that in detail like I did last time. If you do want to see an updated makeup collection, then I can do that. So let's get a bit closer and get into detail. Starting with this stool. This stool used to have a white cover, but it was that same material, kind of like that wipeable good material. It just got really dirty. I always wanted it to have a pop of pink, so I went and got some material and we just stapled it over the top pretty much. I actually showed that on Insta stories, so if you follow me on there, you'll get to see cute projects like that I do. This stool is actually storage. I often keep a lot of stuff in there that, you know, doesn't fit into the makeup drawer or that I'm not putting in the makeup drawer at the moment. Also, it does tuck in underneath there, but right now I have it out like this because most of the time I'm sitting on it, so it doesn't actually need to be tucked in. If I do move the stool over to the side a little bit, then I can fit it in there and it still fits in next to the basket, but usually I just turn it sideways or I just leave it out, honestly. So this is how this works. It opens up on hinges, and then inside I have a very dirty brush bag, a mirror, cleansing alcohol, and all kinds of stuff like that. And that's basically the kind of thing that I would keep in there, just basic stuff like extra lashes, extra brushes, stuff like that. Moving the stool out, you can see that I have this basket here and a disgusting carpet, which was actually in our house before we moved in, and we never ripped it up, and I truly regret it and still plan to rip it up at some point or another. This is a basket I recently picked up from Target actually, and I love it. It's just the right thing. It was just the right size. It fits all of my important things. Inside I keep my to-do list notebook, my planners, catalogs, just like magazines that I'm reading, books, anything that will just make clutter, but I still want to have on hand at my desk. Because I do have a desk downstairs in my office, but I often end up doing a lot of my stuff up here. So I like to keep my blogging things and everything in here, and then if I have to move them downstairs, I just bring the whole basket down. So it's really easy. And behind there I also have my recipe binder where I keep a lot of tear outs for magazines and just like all sorts of things like that. I just love this basket because not only is it aesthetically pleasing, but it keeps everything in one place. Like before I had the basket, this whole section was covered in things because you can't really keep it in a neat pile, and it would just totally overflow and everything would be all over the place. I also keep pens and markers and planner stickers and all sorts of things like that in there, and the actual recipe binder didn't fit inside the bin because it wasn't quite wide enough, so I just keep it behind there. So I love how that turned out with the pink and the basket. I'm really making it a nice homey space. And then I have my makeup drawer, which is where all of my makeup lives. Let's get into the fun part, shall we? And that is, of course, the makeup drawer. And inside here is where I house all of my makeup. Yeah, it's quite overwhelming, but there's a lot of makeup in here. This is not all the makeup that I use every day. This is just all of my makeup at the moment. Most of it anyways. Some of it lives in my purse and in my closet sometimes, but for the most part, this is where I keep all of my makeup. In this section here is where I keep my palettes. I keep all of my palettes, so I have face palettes, and under there I have a lot of eye palettes. So I have contour kits and, you know, all sorts of things like that, eyeshadow palettes, and I keep makeup wipes on hand right there. I also added a little basket here, which is where I keep all of my everyday things, the things that I know I want to reach for right away and just have first thing in the morning. So I have my mascara, my eyeliner, my lip gloss, lipstick, all that kind of stuff, everything for every day. And on the side here I have 2 more eyeshadow palettes and a face powder. So that's basically what's in that first section. Cruising along, you have my lipsticks and my foundations and primers and stuff like that. And then back there, my face powders, blushes, highlighters, setting powders. In this section, I have my liquid eyeshadows, my eyeshadow primers, powder eyeshadows, anything like a pigment, and also glitters. In this last one here, I keep mascaras, eyeliners, and some brow products like brow pencils, brow pomades, brow gels, and I keep tweezers and sharpeners and eyelash curlers there as well. And then in the last section back there is where I keep my lashes, some of them anyways. A lot of times I'll stick them in the storage in my stool because I don't have enough room for all my lashes. But as you can see, I stack them up back there, and then I keep my lash glues in there as well. So that's the whole entire drawer. It's a quick overview of what's inside the drawer. And then moving up to the tabletop, which is where I do my makeup, I'll actually pull some stuff out, put it on top there, and then just use them. And I usually charge my phone here, so it's kind of like a night table storage center. So it has a lot of purposes, this whole section. And I usually light a candle when I get home, if it's being watched. Obviously, I'm not just gonna leave it lit, but I like to give the room a fresh, cozy feel, and it gives the room a nice smell. That one's a passion fruit one. And then I keep my brushes here, and they're a bit dirty right now, but that's where they are, in my Sonia Kashuk Snake cup, which I love. I actually have one more brush cup, but those are in the bathroom right now waiting to be washed because they're gonna get a nice bath tonight. And then we have this tall mirror, and you can see that the window is right here, which means that I get direct sunlight in the morning. And this mirror is actually a storage of its own. So let me take you inside. Basically, the door slides over like this. The fact that the door slides over has its pros and cons. The annoying part about that is that I cannot see everything that's in there, and I can't reach in and just grab something. It's all just whatever's right there and whatever's on the other side that I have to go reach for it. What I've learned to do is just keep the things that I use most often on this side. That's where I reach for, and then I keep other stuff on the other side, so I'll show you. So these are the perfumes that I use most often. I have the Jimmy Choo one, Miss Dior one, Michael Kors. My newest one is Tory Burch there, the Love Relentlessly, and just a couple of small roller balls back there, or purse sprays. And then down here I have my nail polishes, and these actually go all the way along, all the way to the back there. So I keep creams and tons more stuff back there. This as well goes all the way in, and I keep a lot more nail polishes back there, but this is just the ones that you can see from this angle. So I keep all of my spring polishes here, the ones that I'm wearing a lot more now, and then when winter comes I'll switch that out and I'll put all my most used winter polishes there so that I can reach for them easily. And then down here I have lens solution, and usually I have my lens case here as well. This is just where I keep my glasses so that I know where they are at all times. And sliding the door over, you can see I have self-tan and moisturizer on the first shelf, also my facial spray, other facial sprays like Prep and Prime, my brush cleaner, and my Urban Decay All-Nighter. And then I have my winter nail polishes, which actually goes in quite deep, and there's a lot more nail polishes in there, but I basically keep a lot of nail polishes on that shelf. And then on the bottom I just keep my cleanser and any skincare products I'm using for the nighttime, and that's basically what I keep in there. As you can see here, I have hooks and they go all the way along inside. I used to keep necklaces up in there, but now I've just took them down because they were getting in the way of my tall bottles here, so I took them down. But I did like having them. Like you can see on the other side, I had that owl necklace hanging, so there was one necklace still hanging, but yeah, that's what's left. So that's an overview of what my makeup little section looks like, where I keep my books and my magazines and anything that I need, planners and all of that, my little stool storage, as well as my makeup drawer, which has all my makeup in it, and my brushes, and also all my nail polishes and perfumes and all that stuff. So I hope you enjoyed getting to see that. I hope you got some ideas for storage if you were looking for some, because sometimes it does get disorganized, and it's just good to take some time to clean your brushes, clean out your makeup drawers, put some stuff aside for people, family or friends who may want something that you're not using. And it's just good to do a clear out from time to time, keep things nice and neat. And I really like an organized system, so I'm really happy with how this turned out. I do think my next system will not have a mirror that slides over like that. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with this little guy. If I can find it online, I'll try. I think I got it from a place that went out of business now, but I will try to find it online, and if I can, I will link to it because it is a good system. It does hold a lot of makeup, and I'm very happy with it. So that is the place that I come to relax most days. This is where the magic happens. This is where I do my makeup and relax.